We're talking last segment how difficult and crazy it is really to try to do your home for sale by owner. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying for a couple of weeks. I don't. I think the problem is that the danger in that is that you look at what's happening in the market right now. And as an example, everybody talks about OfferPad and Knock.com and what Mark Spain just started doing, all that stuff. And everybody sees that as being the next big wave that's going to distract, disrupt, and destroy the real estate agent community. And I totally disagree. I think that those types of programs, although I don't think these companies will stick around. I think they'll fail, go bankrupt. They're all losing money now, except Mark Spain. And he's got more of a traditional brokerage otherwise. So if you, I'm not one of these agents thinks he's going to go bankrupt. Everybody says that too. I don't really see that coming. He's got a good marketing campaign at the top end to get clients. So he's going to keep selling homes as long as some of his agents don't ruin his reputation. So I don't want to get into that. But these companies that say we'll buy your home, close in 21 days, you avoid the process, right? All of that. The reason all of that's working right now is very, very simple. If I go online and go to Realtor.com and Trulia and Redfin and Zillow, the 4 big websites that pop up in Google valuation searches, or even a site like ours, or any other website and any other company in real estate that's doing automated online valuations, and I type in the price of the average home that's going through these We Buy Homes and knock out all the process sites, it's about $250,000. That's the average price in the market, $250,000, $260,000. And those homes and less especially have gone up so much in the last 12 months. The inventory is so low that when Zillow and all these automated websites produce the value of those homes, they are roughly 6 to 9 months behind in true value. Mm-hmm. So if we've gone up a dozen points and your home is $200,000 house today for real, the automated website is going to roughly tell you it's worth 180, right? So you're going to see 180, 183, 179, 185. You can go over and over and over to these websites and you're going to see that number, and before long you're going to believe it, right? Most people, not people listening to this show may not believe it, because people listening to this show tend to be more on the conservative talk radio audience, who are more critical of everything and cynical of everything like I am. So maybe this doesn't apply to our audience, but it applies in general to the market. And so they see the value over and over and over again at 180, so they begin to believe it.
It's a rough estimate. I really think that even if you're going to do for sale by owner, you really need to have somebody come on through, because they have up-to-date market statistics.
Right. Let me get to that in a second. What you're saying is relevant, but let's not get ahead. So when someone does that, and then they're on Knock.com or OfferPad or ScamPad or whatever, or CrookedPad or whatever the names they come out with, right? Steal Your Equity Pad, or steal your knockyourequity.com, or whatever you want to call the latest version of this cheap Johnny come lately crap that's out there. And they offer you the 180 that you now have convinced yourself by doing it yourself that it's worth. Then what ends up happening is they offer you the 180, you go, oh wow, or maybe 177, right? That's $3,000. It's not even worth going through the process for that. I agree with you. So you sell to this company, you move on to your next house, and before you're done, you've sold it for a 9% fee on average is what these people charge to buy your home, not the 6%. You charge the 9% fee, and then you get the inspection, and that window that's broken, instead of being $300 to fix, is $3,000.
There's an upcharge, yeah.
Yeah, there's a huge upcharge, because we have to put a contingency in there for what our incompetent people don't find. And then there's all kinds of little bumps and grinds along the way, and fees and things that you sign in disclosure, because you've gotten way ahead of yourself as the average person partaking into that. Before you're done with it, your $200,000 house, you've gotten $150,000 net for, right? Or whatever, if you had no mortgage.
But it's done.
It's done, but you've just given up the average household income in order to have it be magic, right? And they don't really know how much money they've left on the table, because they had too much arrogance.
They had an offer within 24 hours. I mean, anybody who gets an offer in 24 hours is priced too low.
Look how smart I am. I can do it. And these agents that take them 3 weeks to get an offer. Yeah, 3 weeks, a lot more daily pain of showings, and an extra
they won't pay the commission, but yet they'll put $30,000 on the table and leave it there. This
is the same thing for sale by owners are doing. I saw a guy the other day, and he was a very nice guy, and I enjoyed our email chat back and forth. And he sold a $1.1 to $1.2 million house for $990,000. He told me, I said I had appraisal last fall. I said, so you're using data that's 18 months old. In
a completely different market.
In a completely different market with a lower inventory. Not that market is as strong now as it was earlier this year. And I said, you've left a couple $100,000 on the table. He says, yeah, but I'd still have to pay the commission. I said, the commission is $60,000 at 6% on
they
$1 million.
They don't do that, like the bottom line. They don't do net. It's the same thing. Like if you've got a seller who refuses to pay closing costs because nobody paid for my closing costs. At the end of the day, we're at the table. You're either going to walk away with this amount or that amount. It's really easy.
It's why I called for sale by owners, 80% of them. I don't want to be all inclusive. It's why I called them losers at the end of last segment.
Now it's 80%.
Losers focus on everybody else, what they have, what they want, what they get, their
everybody
successes,
else
right?
has, yeah.
Everybody else has this. I should have it, right? So I've never done that. So there's many people out there that don't do that. They don't really care what anybody else has. They care about what they want, what they need, what their goals are, what they're trying to get. And so at the end of the day, what if I pay for their dog's vet bill in the contract? Who the hell cares?
Is that legal?
As long as I get the net I want. If
and
I
the
have
loan is approved.
If I have $1 million house on paper and the market's really hot and a great agent comes in and gets me 1.1 and the commission's $60,000 and
it appraises.
I pay $40,000 worth of crap and it appraises and I get my $1 million net value, which is almost like getting it with no commission
without any of the hassles of having to do it by yourself, right?
Why do I care what they got? Why does that matter to me? I don't understand. I don't understand why so many people in the real estate world, in the financial world, it's Barack Obama mentality. It's Vegas is too fun and the market's crashing, so let's destroy Vegas. I mean, he basically was responsible for putting a couple of casinos in bankruptcy out there because he made it taboo for businesses to continue having their seminars and their training sessions in Vegas. And the reason you have them in Vegas is because people will actually show up.
Yeah, they want to relax.
They want a staycation. They want a learning vacation. And so they'll show up in Vegas because it's an exotic place and fun place to go. So you have a conference there. More people show up. You're able to sell your stuff better. You train your people better. But Barack Obama, who's never had a job, never employed a single person until he was on taxpayer money, didn't know that. So that's what ended up happening. Is that loser mentality sort of extended out into our economy? Housing, finance, cars, retail. Everywhere you look, it's what I don't have, what somebody else has, and then people have such arrogance in all of that they can't realize what they're leaving on the table.
I'm going back to these for sale by owners because I feel like there's so much disrespect. First of all, it's like, first of all, okay, fine. You're going to waste.
Agents, though?
Oh, I felt like.
Well,
I've been on
it.
a lot of. Well, I've been on a multiple amount of appointments, again, in different areas over the past few days. And it's just interesting to watch the behaviors. Okay, you get some people who are like, do you have a buyer? Do you have a buyer? If you don't have a buyer, we're not going to even let you in the door. Okay, you have a buyer? You know, it's just so. We're going to try to get you in front of 200,000 people, not just one person. So, I mean, do I have a buyer? Absolutely. I have 20,000 buyers, right? And one of them might buy your house, might not. However,
what these people don't understand is they have correctly identified that most of our industry and its people suck. Okay, they've correctly identified.
Disrespectful,
they've correctly identified. I'm not even going to get into that. I don't care if they're disrespectful or not. I can be just as disrespectful back.
You don't know me. You don't know what I know.
Well, but I think in sales, I think when you meet someone who is disrespectful and is demeaning and is abusive, first of all, I don't even want to work with you. But second of all, if I wanted to have some fun with it, I'd push back and go, okay, that's fine. I just know how to go and write a check for several houses in a row, and you don't.
It means nothing. It means
well,
nothing.
It does. No, people react to that, or they throw me out of the house. I don't care. If you don't want to hear what I got to say, then don't have me out. Just say no, or don't invite me out. If you don't like or want to hear what I have to say. I haven't done anything in this business. I haven't sold 5,000 houses. I haven't bought and fixed up.
I feel like I've been treated
hundreds.
Like
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care how these people treat me. I don't care how they get. I don't care how I'm treated. That's the difference in your personality and mine.
But
they're not my judge.
I am getting lumped
sure you
with
are.
Everybody else. I mean, given this is not brain surgery, okay? I am
should
not a
get
major
lumped.
surgeon. However, there is a procedure and a process, and there are things that happen if the procedures are not followed. You can get sued. You can lose money. You can take way too much time to do.
Right, blah, blah, blah. The thing is what I'm illustrating to you, when someone believes, as I do, that the people in this industry holistically suck, okay? Suck as bad as any industry out there. Used cars, right.
But why
Okay.
make me drive 40
Okay.
miles? Why?
Well, it's
Why?
not about you. It's about them.
Right up against a crash. Right up there.
I know. I see it. And that humbles all of the people that we're talking about. So I simply show up. And if you can't tell in the first 5 or 10 minutes after you've met with 10 agents and wasted their time that I am fundamentally different than everybody you've met with, far more advanced in my intellect and knowledge, my judgment, my skills, my marketing, my decision-making capability, the ability to give you advice that helps you get more money, that helps you make more money, earn more money, save more money, avoid bad buyers, avoid bad agents. If you can't tell that in the first 5 or 10 minutes, notwithstanding ever hearing me on the radio, if you can't tell that about me, and you want to be abusive continually because I have advice that might not be blowing smoke up your ASS, but actually giving you what it takes to win in real estate. If you don't want to hear it, I don't want your business, okay? I'm not going to go to somebody's house and do what every other Joe Schmo agent does, blow smoke up their rear end, tell them what they want to hear so I can get a sign in the yard so I can steal buyers off of their listing that won't sell and sell them something down the street. I could care less about selling the neighbor's house. If you can't tell that about me in the backdrop of the other agents, then I'm going to give you I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. Here, I told a guy the other day, I said, I've been in this business a long time. I've sold thousands of houses. Your home's been on the market for 2 freaking years. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, fine, but don't treat me like that. You know what he did? He listed the house with me.
Listen to me.
I'm
It's
telling
like
you.
going to a bar, right? And you get that one guy who comes over and kind of like talks to you and says, hey, sweetie, come home with me, blah, 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 love you, blah, 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 blah. And then the next day, he's gotten what he's want. He's out of there.
That's the way our whole world is right now. It's the guy at the bar trying to pick up the girl the minute the guy gets what he wants at the bar. Sorry, guys, it's the
He
truth.
puts a sign in the yard and he's out of there.
He puts a sign in the yard and he's out of there. That's the reason real estate agents get treated like crap, because we allow bad, awful, terrible failures
Bad
to
behavior.
populate our business. We'll be right back.